In this lecture, we're going to show how to create assembly file and how to insert components into assembly file. So to create assembly file, we have to go here, new, or we can go here to file and then new. So here we have few options. We have a part that we used before, and here we also have assembly. So we can double click on the assembly, or we can one click on the assembly and OK. And now we have a new assembly file with this name, assem1. So here we have begin assembly, and now we can insert components into our assembly file to create assembly. Let's cancel this, like this. And now, for example, if you want to insert components, you can go here to assembly tab, and here we have insert components tool. So let's click on this one. So we got the same dialog box that we had before. So to insert components, we have to click here on the browse. So let's click here, and now we have to find our part. So let's find our part, inserting components, and let's insert part 1. So we can just double click on the part 1. And now here we see that we have a part 1. So now to position our part, we just have to click on the position where we want to position it. For example, we want to position our part somewhere here, like this. And this is it. We just inserted our part 1. Now if you click on the part 1, left click, and you try to drag this part, you can't, because this part is fixed. If you want to drag this part, you can right click on the part, and here you have option float. So let's click on the float, and now if you click on the part, now you can drag to other position if you want. For example, somewhere here, like this, or somewhere here. If you want to fix it again, you can right click, and you can go with fix, like this.
Just a real quick, if you want to get a full course, hands-on 3D CAD SolidWorks course where you're going to learn part design, sketching, assembly drawings, or you want to get a full surfacing course, sheet metal course, or a fine element analysis course, you can just click the link below and you can join our community with over 46,000 students and you can access to these courses.
And now our part is fixed. So you always, when you insert first part, you want to fix this part. Now is the question, where is our part fixed relative to the coordinate system, relative to the origin? The answer is we don't know, because we don't know where is our coordinate system, where is our origin. So to do that, always when you insert a part, the first part, and you want to fix this part, always show your origin. So you have to go here, and here we have option view origins. And now you can see that our origin is here, and we don't know where is our part relative to this origin. So we can right click here and let's go with float. And now what can we do? We can click here on the origin of our part, hold Ctrl and click on the origin of the assembly, like this. We can now go to mate, and by default SolidWorks recognizes coincident relation. This is what we want, and we can just click OK. Let's click OK, and now our part is fixed to the assembly origin, like this. And now we can insert second part, third part, and so on. So let's repeat the procedure again. Let's delete this part. Right click, let's go with delete. Yes, so first when you insert a part, make sure that you see your origin. So you go here, plane visibility, and then you go here, view origins. And now you go to insert, browse, let's go with part 1. And now you go with your mouse here near to the origin, and you can see how the part jumps right to the origin. You can now just click here. Now you don't have to define separately coincident relation. And now you know that your part is fixed to the origin. Now you can turn off visibility, and this is it. And now you can insert part 2, 3, and so on. So we can go to insert. Let's go browse. Let's insert part 2. Let's click here. Now we can move this part if we want, as you can see. Now let's go to insert. Let's choose part 3. Like this. So here we can see that we have a letter F, which means fixed. So part 1 is fixed. And this is the first way how you can fix your part in the assembly. Now we're going to show the second way. So let's click here, hold Ctrl, click part 2 and 3, right click, let's go with delete. Let's go yes to all. Now let's go to insert again. Let's go to browse. Let's choose part 1. And let's just leave the part anywhere we want. Like here. And now as you see, our part is fixed. Now let's go right click and let's make our part float. Like this, so we can move this part. Now let's go here to the mate. And now we're going to define the relations, mate relations, coincident between planes of the assembly and planes of the part 1. Here. Like this. So for example, here, entities to mate. We can choose, for example, front plane of the assembly, and we can choose front, top, or right plane of the part 1. So let's go with the front plane. Like this. Let's click OK here. Now let's choose top plane of the assembly and top plane of the part 1. Like this, let's click OK. And now let's choose right plane of the assembly and right plane of the part 1. Let's click OK. And now let's click OK here. And now we can see that our part is fixed. If you try to move this part, you can't because it's fixed. So this is the second way how you can fix your part. Now if we show the assembly origin, we can see here is the assembly origin as we saw before. So this is how you can insert parts and how you can fix parts to the assembly.